guys, it's Brenda and welcome back to another video in SugarPinkDIY. And in today's video we'll be making another notes or another note-taking strategy. I really like it, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss any of my videos. So without further ado, let's go on to the video.
Alright guys, and to start off we're gonna write our title, in this case is rhetoric, and then I'm writing it with pencil. So if I mess up, I can always go back and fix whatever I messed up. And once my title is all done, I'm gonna start drawing like this little drips or like droplets kind of on every single letter, just on the top. Not on the bottom, just on the top of every letter. And you don't have to write your title in cursive if you don't want to. You can always pick any letter that you like the most, like bubble letters or just thicker strokes if you want. Just make sure that you write them with pencil, because then you're gonna take your black pen and then outline everything. In this way, your drips or your droplets won't overlap with the stroke of the title or the letter. Once your title is all outlined, then just continue with the eraser and erase everything that you drew with pencil, and then it's time for you to color everything in between, like the drips. For this, I'm using my marker from Crayola, and I feel like this is egg yolk yellow kinda. And since this is the egg yolk dripping over the title, that's why I'm using this marker to paint everything or color everything in between the drips. And then for my bacon, on this side I drew two wavy lines and then colored the center with my light brown, and then outlined everything with a dark red or like a burgundy. And then on the other side I'm drawing an egg, and then I'm coloring the yolk with the same color that I used for the title. And then for the outline kinda, I'm using my gel pen because it's all glittery, and this is kind of like the burnt part of the egg once it's cooked. And then since I need a definition, I'm writing the word what, and then I'm outlining everything with my Stabilo pen, my orange one. And then once this is all outlined, then I'm continuing with my white gel pen from Milky Pop, and then I'm just drawing or making this like on every letter. To decorate, I'm drawing an eggshell all broken up into two pieces, and one piece above and one piece on the bottom. And then to make my eggshell like pop or like look bolder or like prettier, I'm outlining everything with my black pen. I also decided to draw an egg dripping out of my eggshell from the one on top. And then on the bottom eggshell, I'm just drawing like this egg white dripping or like spreading underneath the word what, just to make it look more prettier and like more attractive and like fun looking way kinda. For the egg yolk, I colored it with my yellow marker, the same marker that I used for the title. And then since I also need the definition for the word rhetoric, I'm writing my definition with my black ink or my black pen. And since there's some important part or something that I need to remember in the definition, I wrote it in capital letters, and just to decorate and to make it like more popping and more fun to look at, I drew two bacons, one on each side, and colored them the same way that I colored the one on the title, so light brown inside, and then outlined it with my burgundy color. Just to make it more popping, I underlined my phrase, my important phrase, with my yellow marker. I could have also highlighted my phrase, but since my marker is yellow, I didn't want to ruin it with my black pen. Since there's three parts or three dimensions for this rhetoric thing, I added the word or the title dimensions with my brown marker from Crayola. Since every dimension has an explanation, I just didn't want to make kind of like a list, so I decided to write definition and then draw a small doodle or a small drawing next to it. So for the first dimension, I drew an egg, and then for the second one, I drew a piece of bacon right next to the definition or the explanation. And last but not least, just to make sure that I had enough space for the doodle or the small drawing, I started with the definition, and then I continued and drew a small piece of toast or a small piece of bread. It's super easy, it's not that complicated, just follow the steps that I'm doing, and then just continue and color everything. So for the bacon and the egg, I colored them just the way that I've been coloring them throughout the video. For the bread, I just colored the outline kind of like brown, just to make it like the toasty part. And for the inside, I used my Stabilo highlighter, my orange one, since it's pretty light. To add more color to my notes and make it more popping, I added 3 yellow arrows pointing at each dimension, and inside the arrow I just redrew them with my orange Stabilo pen. Just to continue with the second part of my notes, I drew this oval kinda, and inside I wrote the word symbol. For this, I'm also using the same yellow that I've been using throughout the video, so the egg yolk yellow. And with my black pen, I just rewrote the word symbol, and I did the same thing for the oval. So I outlined it with my black pen just to make it more popping and more attractive and more fun to look at. Since I also need the definition, I drew an arrow pointing at the definition. I wrote the definition with my black pen, and since there's some important or one important phrase within the definition, I just underlined it with my yellow marker from Crayola. There are 3 kinds of symbols, so the first one being abstract. I wrote the word abstract with my orange Stabilo pen and continued to write the definition with my black pen. Since I needed something that could help me remind me what that first type of symbol is, I drew an asterisk or a small star and added an example with the use of my orange Stabilo pen. And I continued to do the same thing for the second and the third type of symbols. To me, adding color to a list just makes the list more popping or more prettier and more attractive to look at. I ended up with this empty space in my notes, so I decided to fill it in with 2 drawings, one huge bacon and one huge egg, and then I just added this small like Hawaii faces on each just to make it more animated and more cute to look at. So for the eyes, I like making them this way, so like all black and then 2 small circles in between just to give it like a shine and more animated and more pretty and more cute. Just to color them, I used the same marker that I've been using, and I just added more of that same color on one side to add like a shading. For the bacon, I'm coloring in with my light brown, only the center of the bacon, and then just for the outside, I'm using my burgundy color to color this side completely. For the other side, I'm only outlining it and leaving like a white line in between just for the fat or for the light of the bacon. Then I just added these small details on the bacon and added these phrases, hey egg and hey bacon. To make my egg look more pretty or more cute, I added eyelashes, as well as I went in with my gold pen and outlined the entire egg. Since it's all glittery, I like how it turned out. And of course, all of your notes need a date, so for my date, I added a piece of toast or a piece of bread. To give dimension to my bread, I just added more of the same outline kinda, and then just filled it in with my brown marker from Crayola as well. And for the inside, I used my Stabilo highlighter since it's orange but not too orange, so it's not super bright. With my black pen, I just added the date, in this case July of 2019. And once you're done, it should look like this.
Alright guys, and this was it for this video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss any of my videos. And see you this Thursday for another video. Bye guys!